Okay, what's up? Okay, so today I've got a spicy and Elisha Jane style level 3 I'm going to put it at, because there is just aspects of it that are going to be ongoing, and definitely level 2, maybe level 3 some places, whatever that means, but it's just an advanced practice. And yeah, we're gonna play with it. It's a long sequence, so it keeps going and going and going, and then we'll link back and do the other side. I hope you enjoy it. Take rest if you need, and water, all the things, you know. Okay, let's do this. Let's start on our knees. And you can just take a block underneath of your bum. And take the hands to your bum and lift the cheeks out from underneath of you to accentuate the lower lumbar, moving into its natural curve just a little bit. You can rest your hands on top of the thighs, lift up the chin, open the throat, and just begin to breathe into the belly and into the ribs. I'm feeling a deep expansion. Each inhale inflates you, and we feel the wave, and the pulling in and the pulling out. And throughout this practice, this little spicy, advanced practice, taking rest if you need. So this is a video, so it's got the option to pause. And if you need that, please take that. Moving in with an awareness and a kindness for your body, its capacity, and moving with that integrity, so that you are moving with that sweetness, just loving, not pushing too far. And even in this advanced space, less is more. Working on the connections, the integrity of the poses, the transitions, the engagement. And allow the eyes to open. Take the block and place it to the side. Okay. Top of the foot presses down and gently drags back towards the knee for a low hollow in the ankle. This keeps the connection into the glutes, into the posterior chain, and also allows us to give us something to tack the hips back, to keep a hollow in the groin. Reach the arms forward, big, wide, open, chin lifted, throat open, and then sweep the hands back, cupping behind the head, both hands on either side of the skull. The elbows hug forward so that you see your elbows with your eyes, and then press the head into the hand, open the throat. Sit back, sit deep, find a spring, lift through the center, forearms up towards the sky. So just opening the belly right away, hips root back, soften the belly forward, hold the fullness in the ribs, rise up high. Hips back, lengthening the belly, ribs lift up. And this time, curl the chin into the chest as you sit back, sit deep, curling in, chin to chest, round through the back. And then sit the hips back, soften the belly forward, ripple open, rise high, heart to sky. And then curling in, sit deep, chin to chest. Fill the back. Sit the hips back, rise through center, rise up, heart to sky, lift up wide and high. And the last time, curl in, chin tucks in. Fill the back, scruff of the neck broadens, shoulders broaden. Root the hips back and ripple open, rise high, heart to sky. Rise through the center, arc over to the right. Release right hand, catch outside edge of left thigh. Use this bind to get big, deep, and full into your left side. The hips root back, hold the hollows in the groins. Find a length and openness through the belly. Rise into the left side ribs, little pulses, just gently opening up the side. Take a spiral. Sit the hips back, take the chin down to your right shoulder. With the hand against the thigh, twist the ribs to the left side. Fix the head back in line with your heart, rise up and arc over. Do that one more time, chin dips down, eyes to the ground, twist the ribs, fix the gaze, head back in line with the heart, rise up, arc over. One more big pulse. And then back through center. Let's take a pause and feel big full breath. Deep exhale. Soften the shoulders, soften the face, full inhale. And deep exhale. Bring your arms forward, fill through the back. Sweep the hands back, cupping both sides of the skull. Elbows reach forward, head presses into the hands, soften the neck. Root the hips back, rise through the center, lift up, lengthen, open the belly. Curl in, chin to chest, one of these guys. Freely fill through the back, even glide the ribs side to side. A couple times, just feeling that fullness. And then sit the hips back, soften the belly forward, rise through center, lift into your length, open up. Pulse high, arc over to the left side. Release the left hand, catch outside edge of right thigh. Binding to get big, deep, and full into the right side. The hips root back, the belly is soft forward, head presses into the hand, rising and arcing over. And take a spiral. Sit deep, chin dips down to the left shoulder, eyes to the ground. Hand against the thigh, we twist the ribs to the right side. Fix the head back in line with the heart, rise up, arc over. Big full breathing. Do it one more time, chin to shoulder. Eyes to the ground, twist the ribs, fix the gaze, rise up, arc over. One more pulse. Back through center. Big full breath. Deep exhale. One more inhale. Deep exhale. Hands forward. Step the knees back. All fours, hands and knees. Top of the foot pressing down, dragging back. Root the hips back, hold the length and tone in the belly, and then ripple forward. Chin tucks into the chest, press the mat away, broaden through the back. A couple of undulations through the spine. Can you connect to each vertebrae? Rippling through, chin to chest, press the mat away, and then root the hips back wide and high behind, lengthen the belly. Curl in, chin to chest, push the ground. And then just gliding side to side, creeping into your side lines. Open up, nice and soft, fluid flow. Okay, find stillness in the center. Strong push of the mat away. Fill through the shoulder blades, whole rib cage expanding wide all sides. And find stillness, hips back, lift up, hands and feet. Butt high to the sky, paws connected, push down and out to the side. Wrists ahead of the shoulders, find a fullness, press the mat away, broaden through the back, little pulse forward back. And just do a quick twisted cat to the left, toes and knees twist left. Sit the hips towards the heel, rise into your side line. Little pulses here, hips root back, soften the belly, open, lift up. Big reach. One more pulse. Back center, left hand lands on an external rotation, toes and knees twist right. Sit the hips towards the heel, big rise up into your right sideline. Little pulses. Pause connected, hips root back, soften the belly, lift up the chin. Hips are rooting, crown is reaching. Left out is your right arm big, stretch forward and long. One more pulse, length and open it up. Back through center. I'm going to shorten the stance just a little bit, eyes forward, take some hops, push the mat away, super strong, big hop, open belly, knees at a 90-degree. Hop down, land light, spring up. Next time you hop forward, land light, deep squat, rise the heart, take a pause. Big full breathing, connect into your heart, connect into your breath. Hovered heels just a little bit, hips back behind the heart. Knees energetically lifting up and pulling back. Right fingertips to the inside edge of your, well, they meet the ground, and then the elbow meets the inside edge of your right knee. Left arm stretch up high, arc over. Option for full bind, right hand around the knee, left hand wraps back behind, catch a bind, open the belly forward, lift the chin. One more full inhale. Exhale, release this link. Left hand, fingertips to the ground. Left elbow nuzzles right into the left knee. Reach your right arm high to the sky and then arc over towards the left side. Rising into the right ribs, chin lifted, throat open. Option stay. Option wrap left arm around. Right hand wraps behind to catch a bind. Open the belly forward. Chin lifted, throat open. One more big full inhale. Exhale, release. Hands forward. Pivot the heels so they're straight back behind. Keep your butt widening back as you lengthen into the legs. Hold the integrity of the spine so the lower lumbar is moving in just a little bit. The heart stays full, the crown reaches forward, and we just pulse length into the back line of the leg. The pause, the toe pads and mounds push down and out to the side. Connect into the back line, connect into the glute. One more big pulse, open up. And then pivoting on the pause, heels inward, knees wide, hands down, step back, hands and feet. Little pedal of the heels, pulse the legs. Okay, find some stillness. The hips wide back, high behind. Lengthen the belly. Press the mat away. Fullness in the back rib cage. In the whole rib cage. Externally rotate right hand, toes and knees twist left. And drop the hips towards the heel, rise into your left side line. Pulse here. Drop the right, pick up the left, one arm, one leg, side balance. Hold this connection while you find your roots. Extend the left leg long, root right, extend the right leg long, root right femur back wide and high into the hip socket. And then press the mat away. Further extend the length in the right leg. Left knee hugs in. Open the belly. Kick extension, way away, and then bring it back in. Left leg kicks extension, way away, and then bring it back in. Next time, left leg kicks extension, way away, hold here, and then pick up the left hand, shooting star. Keep pressing the mat away, hold a lightness underneath the right ribs, wide arms, legs shooting, arms shooting, chin lifted, throat open. It's so strong, it's so open. Breathe. One more full inhale. Exhale. Left hand plants down on an external rotation. Left knee sweeps underneath, revolve the KD, step the foot long beside the right. Left foot angles up towards the top left hand corner of the mat. Deep seat, root the hips back, big stretch, reach up, rise, open. Hips drop low, thighs pull back, root back, bow open. Hips drop low, root the hips back. And then big stretch, open it up. Coming back nice and slow, right hand plants. Keep the left leg lifted. Eyes look over towards the left side of the mat. We're gonna step that foot. Halfway up, pivot on the right, deep seat, root the hips way back, pulse here. So just finding a primal pulse where we move forward, we move back. We connect into the toes, we connect into the posterior chain. Pause, push down, hips root back wide. And we move with it. It's like primal back and forth, like a cat, like a ninja. You can even take your left hand underneath here and just use it as like a resistance. You'll find extra stretch as you pulse into the arm. Sit back, cheetah lunge. The right knee hugs in, paw connected, left heel down, drag back. You can open up the leg, coming onto the side. Be gentle. And then spring back. And rise all the way up. The right knee narrows upwards. Big bend into the knees, root the hips back. Left fist connects to the inseam of left thigh. Right arm reaches high to the sky. Find your length and then connect a single crown, a fist to the top of the head. Sit deep, sit wide, dig, drag right paw down back, and then spring forward, reach up, rise, arc over. Little pulses here, rooting the hips back, lengthening the belly, rising into the sideline. We're going to spin this into a revolved tribal. So we'll pulse and then reach, big stretch. We're going to sweep this right arm back behind, all the way back. So the first place it can land is like just right hand above, like on the right thigh. The second place it can come is right hand wraps around behind the back to catch the inside edge of the left thigh. Deep seat, left hand, fist to the top of the head. Sit deep, rise up, lean back. Sit deep, rise up, lean back, open up. Sit deep, rise up, lean back, open up. And then release, 2 arms, reach forward, lift your chin, lift your heart, breathe. Okay, and take a little spring into open leg. Connect your right hand to the front of your right thigh or knee. And the knee hugs forward and the hips root back. Reach left arm forward, lift the chin. Option to stay, just pulsing here. Knee forward, hips back. Knee forward, hips back. Option to catch behind the thigh. Pull the flesh up to narrow the knee downward and kick a wave leg out to the side. Last variation option, coming from the inside edge of the knee, hug the knee in, keep the hips rooting back, belly leans forward. Right hand to right paw, kick extension into the leg, hips back, belly long, chin lifted, throat open. A big full breathing hold here, little pulses if you like. One more full inhale. Exhale, rebend through the knee. Coming out with grace and control, release the paw if you caught it. Reach 2 arms forward. Step the right foot back into a zigzag. So it's like the right paw kind of lands in alignment with the left heel. We're going to sit deep, sit wide, arc over to the left side. Sit deep, sit wide, arc over to the right side. Sit deep, sit wide, arc over. And sit deep, sit wide, arc over. Sit deep, sit wide, arc over. Left hand to the inside edge of your left thigh. Little fist connects, reach up, arc over. You can use this connection to resist, to get a deeper stretch into your right side. Little pulses. If you fancy, you can take your left hand to your right wrist. Keep the elbows ahead of the heart. Sit deep and rise. Guide the arm, arc over. One more. Actually, 2 more. Yeah. And then release the arms. Find your composure, find your breath. Take a little spring infinity. Connect your heel to your shin or to your knee. Right knee stays narrow, hips root back and wide. Reach fullness forward, chin lifted, throat open, crown is rising, hips are rooting. There's a length that's happening. And you can stay sort of chill here, just in this balance, or you can begin to push the arms forward, so far forward. Chin is lifted, throat is open, leaning up, going back. If you fall, get back up. Knee forward, hips back. Lengthen the belly, reaching, opening. One more big full inhale. Exhale, come back to a neutral spine. And take your right knee out to the side, sit deep, send the hips behind. We're going to take this foot, carry it back behind where it came from, this time landing the top of the foot down to the ground. The top of the foot, we use it to keep the hips rooting back, so the top of the foot pulls towards the knee to keep the hips rooting back. Yes. And then we're in this sort of space here, and this is a place where you might want to block depending on where your capacity is. And if you need the block, then it's going to look like this. And if you have more space, you're going to sit deep, arc over, connect your left heel to your left hand to your left heel. Left hand to your right heel. Lefts, rights. Sit back, sit wide, rise up, arc over. Connect your fist to the top of the head, single crown. Root back, soften the belly forward, rise up, bow. Hips back, belly forward, rising, arcing, reaching, and then release. A little rainbow. Right hand slides out in alignment with the right knee. Left hand, dome in front of the right hand. Little pulses, hips root back, soften the belly forward. Just creeping into your left side line. 1 Left hand catches right forearm. Eyes look down to the ground, root the hips back, and begin to spiral the ribs open. And take your left hand, replace it for the right. Weight into the left hand, right hand moves in front of you to catch the left ankle. Once you've caught the ankle, press the ground away, rise into the left ribs. Dig, drag, the foot picks up the foot. The knee hugs forward, the hips root back, bow the belly underneath of the arm. Little pulses here, rising into the ribs. Knee forward, hips root back, press the mat away, open it up. One more pulse. And then coming back, right hand replaces the left. Press the mat away. Left hand sits back. Just gonna walk your hands back. So you come into this little ninja chop so that the left knee is this way and the right knee is this way. Yeah, and then we're gonna take the right hand to the left knee. Find a length in the torso, chin lifted, throat open, twist. Little ins and outs. Plant your left hand down, kind of not so far ahead of your shoulder. If it's too far out, it's going to feel awkward. So it's kind of like a short little distance here. And then you're just going to lift your hips up, reach your right arm high to the sky, open up. And then sit the hips back. You can curl the chin into the chest, fill through the back. And then sit back, open bow, reach and extend. One more time, curl in, chin to chest. And then root the hips back, reach, open it up. And coming back through center. Just taking a pause, you can lean forward if that feels good. Little karate chop, ninja chop, legs, lean forward. If it doesn't feel good, then just opening up in a different way that feels good, or getting creative. We're not gonna be here too long. I'm just creeping forward a little bit. Okay, and press the mat away. Walk the hands back. You're gonna take your left foot, plant it back to the mat so that you can get the butt up and one foot is on the ground. So we're kind of back where we came from. The hands are gonna plant to the right side of the mat. You're going to keep the left foot weighted, right leg, open leg to the side, pivot left toes to the center. Right knee hugs in, press the ground away, super strong, root left femur back. Belly's long, eyes are forward, pulse length into the left leg, root left femur back wide. Right knee keeps hugging in, arms push so strong, and now it's time to fly. Take some hitch kick side to side, press the ground away, eyes look forward, flying too high. A little hitch kick side to side. It's like you paint a rainbow with your bum, pushing the ground away so strong you become so light. And the knees stay contained 90 degree. It's like the legs aren't even working, it's just the hips. Maybe you handstand. Arms push strong, eyes forward, hips behind the heart, knees energetically pulling down, heels energetically lifting up. Next time, right foot lands, hold here. Pivot the toes forward to the front of the mat. Left knee hugs in, hips root back. Rise up, connect 2 fists together. Oh yeah, baby. Little pulses here, standing leg pulse. Left knee hugs in as we sit low. And then just little kick out. Hold the fullness in the heart. Lift up your chin. Okay, and then find some stillness. Reach your arms forward and wide and carry your left knee forward. Standing leg holds a gentle bend in the knee. Right hand connects to the outside edge of your left thigh. Cool, the hips are gently back, the heart is high, the chin is lifted, the throat is open. Let's take this left hand, connect the top fist to the top of the head, single crown. So the heart is lifting high, we're resisting our head up into our hand. And we're gonna resist this hand against our thigh and twist to the left side. Smile. It's so fun. Big full breathing. One more big full inhale. Exhale. Come back through center. 2 arms reach forward and cross the left leg all the way over. Take a breath. And then sit into your seat, knees forward, hips back. Let's do some little curl-ins. So we curl in, chin tucks into the chest, round through the back. Wrist resist, glide the ribs side to side. And then sit deep, root back and open up, heart high to the sky, blooming wide. And then we'll curl in, cross the wrists and resist the wrists, glide the ribs. Sit deep, sit wide, big, bloom high to the sky. One more time, curl in, chin to chest. Glide the ribs. Sit deep, root back, open it back up. Blooming, rising, opening, expanding. And then come to a neutral spine. Left leg is going to kick your bum. So the heel is going to kick the bum. Heel press, connect, engagement. Right arm reaches forward. And catch the outside edge of your left ankle. Hug the knee forward, root the hips back. Reach length into the belly, fullness into the heart. We'll take a couple of rebounds here. So by hinging at the hips, we come down halfway or all the way. And when it's like, okay, come back up. And coming down halfway or all the way, the hamstring says, okay, and lift back up. We'll take one more, come down halfway. Hold here, pulse into your hammy. Extending right femur back wide, high into the sky. And then take your right dome out to the right side. Root right femur back wide and extend. Extend left leg up high. Big reach, open up, heart high, chin lifted, throat open, heart full, rooting, rising, opening. Rebend through your knee, release your ankle, plant your hands down. You're going to take this left leg, cross it back behind so that you can come down, sit back onto your bum. So this little knee cross thing. Yeah. We're just going to lean forward. Find your breath. Yeah, babes, it's not even over yet. I know, it's like a crazy flow. Crazy flow, crazy flow. Cool. And then we'll just lean back, rise the heart, lift the chin, open up. And then come back through center, hands forward so that you can come onto your knees. We're just gonna slide the right ankle so it's right in front of the left thigh. And then just a little slide back of the left leg. So we're setting up this, what is known as falcon pose, bowspring. So the elbows land just ahead of the shoulders. And the forearms push fullness, so the forearms push the ground down to broaden into the back. The elbows energetically drag towards the shin to feel the ribs pull forward and the hips root back. The ankle right in front of the thigh. Well, first the right foot is pressing down, the top of the foot is pressing down and dragging back. And the ankle is right in front of the thigh. And there's a resistance happening there, so you'll feel that in your right hip. The hips root back, left heel, hamstring hug to the bum. Welcome to my crazy land. Water break while we're here. Things I like to do here is curl the chin into the chest to fill into the back. I also like to resist my elbows externally so that I really feel that expansion through the shoulder blades. One more full inhale. Cool. And we'll plant the hands and press up. Walk the hands back a little closer towards the shin. Tuck your back toes. Lift your bum back high into the sky. Hold the legs as they are. These little pulses here, forward and back, creeping into that best and special stretch. Okay. Externally rotate right hand just a little bit. Twist your left foot to the left. Sit the hips, rise the ribs, hold the legs. Sit the hips, rise the ribs. And then we'll sit the hips, sit your butt down, all the way down. Right forearm on an angle to the top left hand corner. Left hand to the gas pedal of your foot. And here you're just going to be here. So if you need less, this foot goes further away. If you want more, tuck it in a little closer. The closer you get, the tighter it gets. Keep the hips rooting back. Hold a lightness underneath your right ribs. This is nice to gas pedal, so the more you press, you can activate with the foot pressing into your hand. Okay. Left hand plants to pick up the right. Hold the feet as they are, the legs as they are. We're going to twist back. Externally rotate the left hand and twist the left foot to the right. Sit the hips, rise the ribs. Sit the hips, rise the ribs. Sit the hips, keep the hips rooting towards the left side. Right foot lands to the mat. This little seated cross ankle twist. And then we'll come onto the forearm again, elbow ahead of the shoulder. And here you can just work resistance, either energetically the knee is pushing away or you can give it something to resist into. And coming down here to work into an extension of this leg. So you can take this if you want it. And if it feels good, you're going to take your right hand to your right paw and you're going to root the right femur back and then begin to kick extension in the leg outward and then take it upward. And then back down and in. Hold the lightness underneath the left ribs, kick out, root back, and then bring it up. And come back down and bring it in. And you can play with coming in a different way where the hand comes so the heel or the thumb is on the outside edge of the heel. And you can play with the heel, and you can kick out, root back, and then up. Okay, and then coming back, place your right foot in front of the left thigh, same place it was. While we're here, hope I remember this on the other side. We'll take a little twist, 2 forearms forward, little rock forward back, little tug of war with the hips rooting back and the heart pulling forward. Okay, and we're going to plant the hands, tuck your left toes, lift up into this side. So that we land in the side, and we're setting ourselves up for, well, you'll either stay here if this is where you're feeling today, or playing with Sky Angel, where we're set up, right hand meets the right foot, kick out, root back, and especially think about the left leg, root that guy back, and then up to the sky, open it high, little gas pedal, hand to foot, open up, nice and slow, toes connected, extending into the left leg, root femur, heart high, melt into it, hold your, one more big full inhale, and then coming back nice and slow. Release the foot, right hand down, twist back, shift the hips, little glide of the ribs side to side. Oh yeah, what's up? We've got that all on the other side. You're like, holy shit, but that's real. So take a wide kneed child's pose. Option for a water break. You can take the hands forward and melt, or you can take little double fist, wide elbows, hands, forehead to the hands. And breathe. And check in with your body. How are you feeling? And right now you're like, how is she going to remember everything on the other side? But I will. I hope. Always room for error in this human experience, but that's okay. I mean, it's just part of it. It's just part of the organic flow. Big full breathing. Soften, melt. Okay, and then we will reawaken. Hands can plant forward. Rest the mat away. Hands and knees. Top of the foot presses down, drags back, root the hips back, undulate the spine, curl forward. Chin to chest, fill through the back. And then root the hips back, lengthen the belly, and curl forward. One more, because these are the best. Root the hips back, butt wide and high. Lengthen the belly and then curl through the back, chin to chest. Okay, lift up, hands and feet, paws connected. Nice little bend into the knees, but we root the hips way back wide behind. Paws push down and out to the side, and the knees hug externally. The heart is forward and full, press the ground away. Really broaden through the back rib cage, gentle pulse forward back. Externally rotate, left hand, toes and knees twist right. Hips drop low, thighs pull back. Open up, rise into the side. Hips back, soft belly bows, lifting up, rising up and arcing over. Draw drop the left, pick up the right. One arm, one leg, side balance. Hold the connection of your right fingertips as you find your roots. Big extension, left leg long, up, wide, and high. So rooting that left femur into the hip socket. Right knee hugs in, ear to shoulder, rise into your right ribs. And we'll hold this connection for a second and we'll kick extension, lengthen, open, and then bring it back. And we'll kick extension, lengthen, open. It's like it's resisting away. And then we'll bring it back. And this time we'll kick extension, open, lengthen, and then maybe we'll lift up the right arm and we'll fly into a shooting star, reaching, pick up underneath the left ribs, crown is reaching, belly's long, leg is extending, reaching so far, so strong. One more big full inhale. Exhale, right hand lands down on an external rotation. Right knee sweeps underneath of you, revolve the kitty, step the foot long beside the left. Right foot angles to the top right hand corner of the mat, drop the hips, root back, big stretch. Hips drop low, thighs pull back, open bow. Take one more, drop the hips, thighs pull back, root back, and then open it up. Come back through center. Keep the right leg lifted. Eyes look to the right side of the mat. Right foot steps halfway up. Pivot on the left. Deep seat, root back, stay low. If you want a block, you can have a block. Otherwise, we'll just keep it kind of movie here and we will forward and back. Root back, lengthen, root the femurs into the hip sockets, widen the butt, up, high behind. Hold the alignment of the spine as we move forward, back, little ninja. You can take your right hand on the inside edge of your right thigh and use that arm as a resistance to find more stretch, more length. And then we'll sit back into a cheetah lunge. The left knee bends. And this right heel digs down and drags back. And then here, while we're here, we're going to open up this foot if that feels okay. So that we're taking this leg on an angle. And then come back forward. Extend, widen the butt back behind, and then rising all the way up. So this knee narrows up forward versus back. Big bend into the knees, root the hips back. Right fist connects to the inside edge of your right thigh. Left arm big stretch high to the sky. Find your length and then sweep the hand back. Actually, let's take a, I think we did single crown on the other side. So fist to the top of the head. Back heel hovers. Sit deep, sit wide, spring deep, and then rise high. Little spring and rise. Arc up and over. Resist your head into your hand. The eyes begin to look forward. Pulsing, lengthening, opening into the side line. One more pulse, big stretch. Reach your left arm long, open it up. And then we're going to take this left hand, sweep it back behind. This kind of revolved thing. First stop, the left hand can catch your thigh, or the left hand can wrap around behind to catch the inside edge of your right thigh if it's there for you. Sit deep, sit wide. Right hand connects to the top of the head. Sit low, sit deep, arc up and back. So it's like we sit low, root back, rise high, and back. And one more time. Lifting up, arcing back, rising into the pressure of your hand. And then release. Take a breath. Exhale. Little spring into open leg. So taking a pulse and connecting your left hand to the front of your left knee. And so first up is going to be here. You can just work knee forward, hips back. Give your knee something to resist into. Second stop, we'll catch behind the thigh. Pull the flesh up to narrow the knee downward and kick extension into your left leg. Third stop, hugs the knee in, roots the hips back. Left hand to left foot. Kick extension out. Reaching, opening, chin lifted, throat open, belly long, lightness, toes connected, gentle bend into the standing leg, or a little pulsing. One more full inhale. Exhale, rebend through the knee. Release the foot or release the thigh. Two arms reach forward. Take this foot, step back behind, zigzag. The foot lands kind of in alignment, maybe a little bit behind the right heel. Bend into the knees, sit back, sit wide, sit deep, arc over. Do whatever side. Actually, you'll go to the right first. And sit back, sit wide, sit deep. Left side, arc up and over. Sit back, sit wide, sit deep, arc over to the right. And sit back, sit wide, sit deep, arc over left. This time, arc over to the right. Right hand connects to the inside edge of your right thigh. Left arm big, stretch up high to the sky, arcs over to the right. Little pulses here. Resisting the right hand into the right thigh. Belly is long, chin is lifted, throat is open, toes connected. Option to stay, option to take your right hand to your left wrist. Keep the elbows forward of the head. Sit deep, sit wide, and guide with a little resistance, arm over to the side. One more pulse. Release. Take two arms, reach them forward. I'm kicking my own butt right now. We're going to take a little spring into infinity. So holding a high, full, lifted heart, lift the chin. Spring, infinity, left heel to the shin or to the knee. Left knee stays narrow. Hips root back. Push the arms forwards, the arms at the height of the shoulders. Pushing so far forward, searching for a hollow in the armpit. Lift up your chin. Connect the toes, standing leg stays gently bent. Option to stay here, option to work into the length of the belly, the rising of the ribs, where we push forward, lifting the ribs up higher, chin is lifted, throat is open. Going back into that place of unknown. Toes connected, reaching forward. It's like what happens if you fall? You just get back up. I showed you before. You smile, you laugh, reach forward, fill the back. Lift up. One more full inhale. And coming back to a neutral spine. And take this knee out to the side. So nice and slow, left knee moves out to the side. We sit back, sit deep. This time we take the left top of the foot to the ground behind, zigzag. So the top of the foot, we use it as a tool. We drag the top of the foot towards the knee to root the hips back, hold the tensegrity. Keep rooting back, keep rooting back, keep rooting back. Yes. A place for a block, maybe. Block to the side, big arc over, left arm reaches high to the right. Maybe we arc even further, hold the fullness in the ribs, chin lifted, throat open, right hand to left heel, root back, rise up. Curl in, sit back, rise up. Hand to the head, sit back, lift up, open into the length. One more. Big stretch. And then like a little rainbow, we lift with the left ribs, we rise up. Left hand slides out in alignment with the left knee. Give yourself space. Space is nice so that the wrist is ahead of the shoulder. Left hand, little spider dome out to the side. The hips root back, the belly is long, rising high into your right side. Opening, pulsing, moving here. And keep your left groin rooting back as the belly opens, a spiraling of the left ribs, rooting upward, revolving upward. Right hand to left forearm. Eyes to the ground, root back, spiral open. I'm always finding waves everywhere I go where I'm curling in and opening up. Maybe that is good for you too. Right hand replaces the left. Can face the right hand just back behind you so that you have space to move underneath of yourself. So weight into the right hand, left hand moves in front of you to catch the right ankle. Dig, drag, right foot picks up the foot. Knee hugs forward, hips root back, press the ground away, rise into your right ribs. This elbow is a real great tool. This elbow keeps the hip rooting back, the left hip. Rise into the side, press the ground away, super strong, knee forward, hip back, little pulses, open it up. Creeping through, more and more, breathing. One more pulse. One more breath. And then releasing with grace and control. The left hand comes back, takes over for the right. The right foot lands back to the mat. Walk yourself back. Sit onto your knees, or sit onto your bum. Catch your bum, lift up the cheeks. Okay. Left hand to your right knee. Lift a length into the torso. Lift up the chin, open the throat, and then gentle spiral, little twisties. Keep the head in alignment with the heart so that the chin is moving between the chest, and we're just gently twisting. It's nothing extreme here. Moving into those subtle twists. I'm just gonna scoot forward a tiny little bit. I'm getting close to this wall back here. Okay, so this right hand is going to just plant behind you. And then we're going to pick the bum up and lift the left hand up to the sky. Big reach, up and back. Sit deep, curl in, chin to chest. And then lifting back up, rise high. One more time, curl in, chin to chest. Press the ground away, rise back up, hips lift, arm reaches, big stretch. And then sit the bum back down, wide behind. If you just need to chill here, you can take the hands to the thighs. If you have some space, you can walk the forearms forward and just creep into a little stretch here. Yeah, the fire is real, but this is actually one of my very favorite flows. I've done it a few times now. I've taught it once, and you know, it's a real butt kicker. It gets ya. But maybe if we practice it a lot, because this is my third time practicing it, maybe if we practice it a lot, I mean, and there's so many places you can keep going with it. Like even here, I'm thinking, oh, I could extend my leg here, and I could do whatever. There's so much shit you can do. But, you know, it's already long enough, you know, we're moving with it. But I bet you if we practice this over and over again, we would get really good and really strong. I mean, it would just be fierce. Okay, rise up. I'm gonna take this right foot, plant it. Lift the heart forward so that the hands come to the left side of the mat. Hands plant. Keep the right foot weighted. Push the ground away. Fill through the back. Left leg, open leg to the side. Pivot right toes to the center. So the right toes pivot inwards so that the knee narrows and the hip widens. You can pulse here, just extending that right leg back wide into the sky. Left knee keeps hugging in. It's almost like it's ready to take you up for flight. In fact, sometimes it gets so light that it like takes me flying. It's weird. Anyways, push the ground away super strong. Eyes look forward, hitch kick side to side. And you find that lightness, that back and forth. Woo, there it was. Yeah, be careful. Maybe you handstand. Arms push so strong. Everybody, next time you land on your left foot, stay. Pivot those toes forward. Hug your right knee in. Arms forward, root back. Rise, connect your index finger knuckles together. Pulse here. Propeller style. Knee hugs forward as we sit low and then kicks out. Keep the fullness of the heart. Breathe. Connect your toes. This is where the fire comes in. These one leg pulses are intense. Okay. Release your arms wide. Carry your knee forward. Standing leg holds a gentle bend. Take the left hand, a fist to the outside edge of your right knee. Right hand, reach it high, lift the chin, and then attach the fist to the top of the head. We rise up and then twist to the right. Resist your thigh against your hand. Hold the length in the belly, lifting up, breathing. One more full inhale. Exhale, release the thigh. Arms reach forward, chin lifted, cross over. Take a breath. Sit into your seat. Curl in, chin to chest, cross the arms, switch your wrists. Resist the wrists, glide side to side. And then root back. Open up, heart to sky. Chin is lifted, throat is open. Soften the traps, soften the shoulders. And then curl in, chin tucks in. Broaden the back, resist the wrists. And then sit deep, root back, open up. One more time, curl in, chin tucks in. Broaden the back. Glide the ribs. Sit deep, root back, open up. Belly's long, ribs are rising, hips are rooting. Big stretch, up high, so high. And then coming back down, neutral spine. So check it, this time the right heel is gonna kick your bum. Heel press, find the engagement, back line of the leg. Right hand catches the outside edge of the ankle, hug the knee forward, root the hips back. Left arm reaches forward, pushing forward, hold the fullness of the back. We'll take some rebounds here. So connect your toes, and then by hinging at the hips, we come down halfway or all the way. Your hamstring will tell you when it's time to kick back in, lift up. So little ups and downs, nice and slow. Next time we come down, we'll hold. Pulse extension into your standing leg. It's like you're creeping the leg down. It's like a little screw or something. And then the left dome touches light. Kick extension, right leg high to the sky. Root the left femur back wide. Open the belly, lift up the chin. Toes connected, hold your tensegrity, open belly. One more full inhale. Exhale, release the ankle, bend through the knee. 2 hands forward, plant them down. Right knee creeps underneath or like behind, so it just kind of like tucks in behind. Knee comes down, unlink your foot, sit back onto your butt. Little sneaky transitions everywhere. So here, if it just feels good like this, or maybe it doesn't feel good and you're like, oh my God, be gentle with yourself and be with what feels good. And if you have more space, you can lean the heart forward. Yeah, in level 3, I'm not really offering many variations, but I am expecting that you're kind of moving to the beat of your own drum, that you are moving with an awareness of your own limits, and a level 3 practitioner also knows how to modify. So if you need help with something, please reach out. I will definitely tell you how you can modify something to make it more accessible if you want to flow in this playground. Okay, reach back, lift the heart, lift the chin, open up. You know what sounds good right now is this. Little interlace behind. Breaking rules. Okay, bring the hands forward and slide your knee up to the top, just angles up to the top left-hand corner of the mat. Walk your right knee back. So moving into this falcon pose, 2 forearms forward, elbows just ahead of the shoulders, forearms push fullness into the back, the left ankle right in front of the right thigh, hamstring hug, right heel to the bump. And you could even work this like movement where you're going to feel it even more intensely into your hip a little bit. Or you can be more subtle. The elbows energetically drag towards the knee. Feel the ribs pull forward energetically and the hips root back. Also, you can think about the forearms resisting outward. This feels like it broadens into the back. Chin tucks, feel nice, broaden, expand, rise, and then lift back up. Right now, you might have this like shaky sensation. Frazzled. It's okay, we'll shake it out, literally, and then we'll rest. Okay, you lift the elbows up away with lightness, walk the hands back a little closer towards the shin. Tuck your back toes and keep the legs as they are, press up, send the butt back. Little pulses here. Feel into that yumminess. Okay, externally rotate the left hand just a little bit and twist your right foot to the right. And connect the toes and then pulsing into this side. Couple pulses. 1, sit deep, sit wide, rise high. And then one more time. And then big bend, lower the hip down, keep the hip pulling towards the left side. And come down onto the forearm. Left forearm on an angle to the top right hand corner of the mat. Right hand to the left foot. And again, less intensity takes the foot further, more intensity takes it closer in. And hold a lightness underneath the left ribs. You can move with this, sit back. Little spirals, get creative. Okay. Take your hand, lift up. 2 hands forward. Keep the legs as they are. We'll twist back. Externally rotate right hand, toes to the left. Sit the hips. Rise the ribs. Hips back wide. Big rise up. Sit deep. Big bend. Take the foot down. Lower the hip. And so coming into this little space, we'll come down onto the forearm. And give your knee something to resist into internally or externally. And I've come into this place to set ourselves up or give ourselves a little prep for what is Sky Angel. And so, yeah, if you don't feel like extending your leg, if that doesn't feel good, you don't have to. You also don't have to go into Sky Angel, but we will take this hand first to the foot, and you're just going to kick extension out, root left femur back. Hold the lightness underneath the right ribs, kicking out. Little pulses, kick out, and then up. And then coming back down, in, and kick it out, and up. And root the femur back, and then you can also thumb to the outside edge of the heel, root back, and kick out and up. Cool. Place the left foot back in front of the right thigh. Oh yeah, this twist. Oh, I didn't forget it. That's good. Okay, 2 forearms forward. We'll take a little twist. So forearms are just pushing that fullness and just rocking forward back. Feels good to me. Little melting and filling and melting and filling. Okay. And then plant your hands. This is a funny one. So you want to keep this right foot on its angle. So we're basically going back into the left twist, left side twist with these legs. So we rise up. The first thing to think about is this hip, this right groin roots back, big, wide, high. You want to really press the mat away. So this guy, get it as high as you can. You're going to feel the intensity, and this might be where you stay. Whoop. And then left hand is going to catch left paw, hug it in, root back, kick out. Keep pressing your mat away. Keep rooting your right femur back wide and high, up, up, high. And then when this feels okay, you, wow, you fall. Let's do it again. So we're here, and we're here, and we kick out, ba 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 ba, root back, and then open up. Hold the toes connected to your hand nice and strong. Melt the heart, ear follows along the shoulder, heart high, rooting right femur into the hip socket. Extending left leg long, hold the connection, toes into the hand. One more big full inhale. Exhale, coming back nice and slow. Release, bend, hand, pedal. Shift the hips side to side. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Let's twist to whatever side. Lower a hip and extend your arm long. Lie onto the back, rolling to the center of the mat. Catch the knees, whoop, cup them and allow them to pull heavy away. A little rock side to side. Okay. We'll end in a soft way. We'll take the feet to the mat. Chin up by the hands, little spider domes above the head, elbows to the sky, and just tick-tock the knees side to side. And taking that soft twist. As the knees go one direction, the hips can root and the belly can lift just a little bit. I'll end with one more little hop, bang, shebang. Okay, and so it'll be bridge. So the first option is going to be just taking the feet, walking them behind the sits bone so that the heels are pretty close in. You can keep your hands into chin up bar. And then we're going to just lift up the hips a tiny little bit and then begin to drop the hips low as we lift the belly up. So that there's this. And if you need a little bit more space, because my butt's kind of big that it meets the ground too quickly, you can come up a little bit higher onto your heel, and then you can maybe shift the hip side to side. Belly is lifted, the heart is grounded and full all sides. And that might be where you stay. And if you fancy some more, we can work into wave, where we walk the heels underneath of the sits bones. So we get them in there. And then this is the motion we need to connect into. That the thighs pull back towards the heart, the knees pull towards the belly or towards the chest. And we catch this movement because it's going to be important that we hold these roots where the knees are pulling back towards the heart and the hips are dropping low, the belly is staying long and open. So once we have these roots where we can hold this position of the legs where the legs aren't going to shoot that way, we can hold this guy. Then we're going to take our hands so that the fingers face outwards and the thumbs towards the shoulders. The hands are a little wider than, almost as wide as your mat. And then you're going to hold your roots and begin to push up. So this is really important that the thighs keep pulling back towards the belly. A lot of the time, what I see, and I'll show this just really quickly, what you don't want to have happen, and you should take a video of yourself to see what's going on. What you don't want to have happen is this. Because as soon as you do this, you've lost the engagement of your butt and you're also crunching your lower back. And this, no bueno, okay? So what I mean by holding the roots is we hold this, that the hips are low and the thighs are pulling back. And so the toes are under, the thighs are pulling back. You've got your roots, press the ground away. And this might be more than most. Chin is lifted, throat is open, but we're not hanging back. The chin is lifted. Yeah, and the knees keep pulling back. And then maybe you have the space to lift into the belly. And if you're doing this right and the thighs are pulling back and the belly's staying long, you're going to feel this in your belly. And we'll lower back down. Catch the knees, little rock side to side. Now you're worked and it feels good. And with a twist, right ankle to the left thigh. Easy twist, allow the legs to fall to the right. Yeah. Big full breathing. Arms can go wide. Sometimes that just feels nice. And then rise back center. uncross, and left ankle over top of the right thigh. Legs fall. Check this out as well. If the knee is if the foot is too close in and we twist, it's a crunchy twist. And so take your right foot further away from your bum, and then so that when you twist, it's like this open, delicious lengthening twist. Lift your chin. Back through center. Plant the feet. Take your arms, cross the wrists, rib glide side to side, little massage for your back. And then extend your legs. Reach long. And then catch your bum. Spread the cheeks. Catch your shoulders. Spread the shoulders. Arms to the side, palms up or down to ground down. Big full breathing, lifted chin, open throat. Allow yourself to relax. And if you have like a frazzle energy, take your legs and your arms into the sky and just shake it out, shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. And you know, it doesn't matter like this like dead bug, like little like shake. And then relax. And then you'll feel more frazzle, but it actually moves the energy. It shakes it out. It's so good for us to shake. So in your rest, allow yourself to soften. Big breathing. A releasing quality with each exhale. A deep letting go. Maybe that was the best practice of your life. Maybe it was the worst. And actually trying not to label whether it was good or bad or the best or the worst. And just trying to be in the process of presence and love. And that it just was. It happened. And isn't it beautiful that it could happen? Thank you for practicing. Stay long, rest deeply, and breathe deeply.